Hi guys, Amba here, and I thought today that I would take you with me as I try for the first time the LUSH henna hair dye. Now, I have used henna hair dye in the past, but I've never used it blended with indigo, which this has, and I really like this LUSH because you can get it package free. It's in a block like this, and you can get it in the store without any plastic on it. So for my New Year's resolution, that's really good. And I've always gotten the powder in the past. I also like the block. Well, the powder's the same way, that I don't have to use the whole thing all at once, because right now I just want to do, my roots are starting to come back in. My natural hair color is an extremely dark brown. My eyebrows are naturally black, but I went gray like 15 years ago. So I dye the gray to, well, when I used just regular henna, you know, it was red and it was very noticeably different from the rest of my hair. So now I want to try to get it black with the natural henna hair dye. So let's see how this works. As I said, this is their color that is blended with indigo. So it's supposed to get you a black, like a blue black, that develops even more the more you use it. Hi, kitty butt. They have a bunch of different varieties of colors. I've never tried indigo before, and this is henna and indigo mixed together, which I don't know much about, so we will see. Oh, my hair's so short. It's getting there. It's getting back long again. So I'm going to break off, use the knife to cut a couple of chunks. Might need a different knife for this. And that, woo, sound in the background is some water boiling, because we're going to put hot water over it. Or not. Okay, first challenge is actually breaking up the pieces. Not like some shards here. Ooh, the smell is very earthy, I think you would say. Which is true of any henna product. Okay, that's definitely going to be enough to do my roots. So I can save the rest of that for the next time. So I have this now in a bowl here. And I'm going to add the hot water, just covering this. Let that sit for a few minutes, and then what we're actually going to do is create a double boiler situation here. So I have a pot here with some water that I'm just heating up, and this will rest on top of that. And I will stir this, and it will dissolve into the water and make a paste. And I hope I didn't use too much water, because we don't want it to be too runny. This has to go onto the hair. So it's a bit of a process. It's obviously more work than a store-bought hair dye kit, but the kits of hair dye in the store have a ton of plastic in them, a ton of packaging, and they also have nasty chemicals in them and stuff that maybe you don't want seeping into your skin. I don't know. I use the packaged stuff for a long time too, and it's probably fine, but it's nice with henna that it's natural, and like I said before, I love the package-free option that we have now. So I have to wait for the water underneath to get hot enough to be melting this into a paste. So I will pause and come back when we've got that done. So So it's all melty now, and I'm not sure about this consistency. It's still pretty liquidy, but I think I will be able to keep that on my head. So I'm going to take this into the bathroom and apply it to my hair. Okay, here we are, and this can get kind of messy, so I took off my regular shirt and I put on my hair dyeing shirt, or what has become my hair dyeing shirt. And I am actually just going to use my bare hands, even though henna is very staining. If I wash it off quickly enough, it should be okay. I'm going to take off my jewelry here. All right, let's see. A lot of times they recommend that you put some kind of like a Vaseline on your forehead so that if you get any drips on there, it doesn't stain your skin, because this is the same stuff as henna, like when you go to a wedding and they make designs on your hands. So it does last even on your skin for, you know, well, it's supposed to last for weeks, but mine always doesn't last very long. Alright, I may not have actually used enough of this in making it. Maybe I did need more of the block because there's not that much in here to spread around all my grays. Lay it on nice and thick, basically like frosting on a cupcake. I actually did get it in not, you know, too liquidy, but in a way that means it's very stiff on the top layer of hair and it's not necessarily getting into all the layers where the grays are. So I actually could have gone more liquidy, although I can just move the hair around, and if it were too liquidy, then it would be more of a mess. The moment of truth is going to be after all this supposedly sets. So it'll take a while before we know if this is working. It's very green. I can't even remember if my powdered henna was green like this. It's been a long time since I did it that way. I just got used to the convenience of the boxed hair dyes. Well, I'm almost out. It looks like I did have enough, probably. To cover the parts I really wanted to. Man, I hope this rinses out well, because this is getting all really matted and scary. It's so stiff. Okay, so it now needs to sit for about, well, several hours. In the past, when I've done regular henna, I've let it sit for like either 4 hours or I've slept in it overnight. And the way that you do that without getting too messy is plastic bag. I don't have very many of these left in my house now, but they do come in handy once in a while. Get the air out there. You know, I always did this when I did the red, but now I think I remember reading somewhere with the blue you're not supposed to cover it because it like increases the heat. I'm just going to wash my hands off now. It shouldn't stain. But it's hard to go about your day if you don't cover it with plastic, so I might just take the plastic off during part of the wait period. I'm going to have to look up online if I'm remembering that right. But anyway, I will see you back in several hours. It has been 2 hours, and I did look up the information again about the air, and it did say if you want it darker to not cover it, and if you want it more reddish to cover it with the plastic bag. So I guess I don't have to worry about not having plastic bags around. It is stiff as a board right now. So I am going to try to rinse this out and see what happens. And probably it won't really show its full transformation until it dries, and maybe in the morning. It suggests sleeping with a towel over your pillowcase the first night, so let's see whether this made any difference to my gray hair. I just stepped out of the shower and I still see gray. It's sort of tinged greenish, but I'm not too happy with what this looks like right now. So maybe 2 hours wasn't enough time. I don't know. I'm definitely disappointed. My previous experiences with henna have been a lot better, and I don't know if it's something that I did wrong. Probably, I guess. Like I said, I'm just gonna have to try to leave it in longer and give it another go. I still have plenty of that $30 bar left, so I think it is cost effective in that it doesn't take much to do my roots. So yeah, I'll have to give this another go probably in about well, I was gonna say in like a month when my roots grow out, but they're already showing, so I might try this again really soon.